pipe broke the cover can. Or broke the blade with it.
Really?
Yeah. Found it, shot it. It was like,
It really didn't take that long for it to get down.
no.
So that's what they're going to use to build on? I wonder how many of those they're going to have to do. Holy mackerel. That is amazing. So they usually bring it up higher than that? Because they're close to the restaurant. Yeah, like they're right beside it. Cool. Hi guys, White Witch 110. There's the moon. Doesn't look like it does here. Maybe if I... No. It's a little cold outside. Don't have my jacket on. The star. Hopefully I'll vlog when I get home. It's past our time. We had some extra things to do today. But as I said, hopefully when I get home, I shall be vlogging. See snow. We're supposed to be getting more of it. Not happy about that, but hey. Nice big tree. So, hopefully, talk to you in a bit. Hi guys, White Witch 110 here. I thought I would show you some photos that hubby and I have posted on our Facebook. This, as you can see, is Drake and Karen photos. If you'd like to go check out and see what we have there, feel free to do so. And give the page a like. We would greatly appreciate it. So I'll just show you some of the photos here. These were taken at our apartment building. So was that one of the sunrises. I love getting sunrises in the mornings in the summer because they're so beautiful here. And here are some from this past fall. I have just a fascination with water. Anytime I can get pictures of it, I'm there to get pictures of it. Pretty. See them? Looks like the cat's looking for me. And here are some fall leaves that we've taken pictures of. Okay, where? Oh, I wasn't over far enough. There. Here's another leaf. This was up at the trailer. There were quite a few. There's quite a few trees around where their trailer is. So I was lucky enough to be able to get some great photos. Okay, that's of the raindrops. And here again, as I said, I'm obsessed with raindrops. These turned out very well. Very well. These, I believe, were taken outside our Canadian Tire. And that is at the O train station. Now here's some photos of the cherry blossoms. These trees are around the building where we work. The pink ones are at the back. Yes, the pink. There's white and there's also a wine color. I don't really like the photos I get with the wine color. But with these, I really like them. Some of these I was out while it was actually raining. Other ones were taken after it had rained. So when it's raining, I would just grab one of our garbage bags and poke a hole in it and put the camera inside. See, I'm just a little obsessed with raindrops on stuff. Just a little. Not that much. Don't you think? They're pretty. It's hard because when I'm taking photos, on one, was it one afternoon? Is that afternoon? On one break, I took like 600 photos. Absolutely crazy. See, there we go. It was a busy day today. That's why the big sigh. And we still got these damn cement ants that are getting in through our vents here. It's a real pain in the butt. But as I'm finding them, I'm killing them. Sorry. Speaking of ants, this is a regular one. I became obsessed for a while with dandelions. See, there's the wine color one. And I think we're back to the pink, yeah. This was on a sunny day. There you go. I did not know that dandelions had these little curlicues. Had no idea. None whatsoever. But the more photos I took, I started to see them, and I'm like, wow, look at that. Amazing. Okay, well, I'll stop on this one. This is one of the tulips from the Tulip Festival. What I forgot to mention last night, or was it last night? No, it wasn't last night. One of my other vlogs, I was talking about Ed Mirvish. And I had totally forgotten, I can't believe I forgot it, that Honest Ed's store was actually demolished. I believe it was last year. And I think, if I'm right, they were putting condos up. Such an iconic building. I cannot believe that the city allowed that to happen. That's just disgusting. It really ticked me off. But anyways, so the Cornwall Jail in Cornwall, Ontario. It was constructed in 1833 to 1834. It operated as a jail until 2002. In May, tours begin for the public. It is one of Ontario's oldest buildings. It housed felons, orphans, and the mentally insane. In the 1960s, forgotten graves of 4 murders were found. Now, on one visit by 2 women, they were there to take a tour of the jail. They wanted to see what it would have, one of them wanted to see what it would have been like. There goes an ant. Bye-bye. They wanted to see what it would have been like for the families of the people who were incarcerated. So, she went to one of the visitation rooms, and while she was sitting there, the phone rang. She picked it up, and there was only silence from the other end. Then she heard her name called. She twice heard her name called, and turning, there was no one there. Then she felt a cold hand brush her neck. She took off running, and when she stopped and turned round, there was a man sitting on a stool. On 2 occasions, a phone in the exercise yard has rung, and it's disconnected. One time, it was picked up to a buzzing sound. Another time picked up, and there was nothing. Strange presence are felt throughout the building. Apparitions have been seen everywhere. Peter Balko was the last person to be hung at the jail for the murder of his girlfriend. He was buried in the courtyard. Renovations of the kitchen unearthed 2 underground dungeons, and there are no records of them being there. In the women's cell, a female voice has been heard whispering. The general population area has doors that open and close on their own, and the courtroom also has much activity. That was a quick one. Let's see if I can find another photo for you. There's one of our photos of the blue heron, great blue heron, that was taken over at the farm, or actually at Dow's Lake. The next place I'm going to talk to you about is another jail, Middlesex County Jail in London, Ontario. Marion Pegleg Brown was hung in 1899 for the murder of a police officer. Legend is the grass will not grow where the grave is, and that space is now a parking lot. Her leg and hat are on display at the Lawson Museum. September 2009, a visitor had a very bad feeling in the stairwell to the cells. They felt like they were being watched. The visitors went back upstairs. They asked out for spirit to make themselves known. 5 minutes later, the sound of a peg leg could be heard, hitting something. They ran straight out of the building. Turning round, they observed the shadow of a short man in the second-floor window. Now, unfortunately, that's all I could find on that one. That was really frustrating. Would have liked to have had more, but there's another photo. And I believe these were taken last summer. And there were paddlers coming by. So that was him getting ready to take off. I think they were in canoes. And then these, I'm not sure where these were taken. Could be downtown, because they do have flower pots downtown, large ones. This was likely at the experimental farm. They have a lot of beautiful flowers there, roses and such. That is a sunflower. The insides. Leaf. I think that was a glass of Coca-Cola at a restaurant. This is one of the beautiful roses they have there in the rose garden. Now, anyone who has subscribed, who has watched most RG videos, you'll know who he is. His pictures for his wedding were actually taken at the experimental farm in the rose garden, and that was the Buskerfest weekend, so that would have been end of July, beginning of August weekend. They have some gorgeous flowers there. Gorgeous. Now these are my favorites. I think they're peonies. This is almost like it's going backwards. There. Isn't that gorgeous? I could spend hours just in there taking photos of those flowers. There's a close-up. I love taking close-ups. That's why hubby got me a really nice macro lens. Back to that one. There's another one. These I would put on a card for someone for their wedding because it's beautifully white. There's one with a little bit of pink. Beautiful yellow one. Now the next place I will talk to you about is Galt Collegiate Institute in Cambridge, Ontario. It was founded in 1852. November 2017, there were 975 students enrolled. It is one of the oldest continually operated high schools in Ontario. It opened as a boys' grammar school in 1852. The first headmaster was William Tassie, and he left the school in 1881 when girls were admitted. This was his protest. The school has had many additions and renovations over the years. Forgotten rooms have been found as well as artifacts. This was to the rifle range. They found a lot of artifacts in there. An abnormally large part of the students served in World War I and II, and most of them did not return. William Tassie's pipe smoke can be smelt on the top floor. Cleaners have heard the whisper of boys well after school hours. They are said to be voices of those who were lost in the war. Cleaners have had equipment and supplies moved from original spots when no staff or students are in the building. A former student tells of a cleaning staff leaving after experiences on the 4th floor. Some staff refuse to work nights because they claim to have seen the smoke of Tassie's pipe. A female counselor using the washroom heard crying as she walked out. Going back in, she found no one there. In November 2008, a student felt a tap on her shoulder and turned to find no one there. While at an assembly, a gray mist was seen in a doorway. And a student awaiting the drama club felt suddenly cold sitting in the auditorium. The student went to investigate. Upon returning, there was a white misty blob in his seat. He stood waiting to see what would happen. It disappeared when the members of the drama club arrived. I think that'll be it for that for tonight. Now, to proceed with the story. There's another photo of some of the flowers there. You can spend hours there just taking, if you like flowers. I like getting the bugs or the bees if I'm lucky enough. Very pretty. A birdie. I can't remember what one that was. That is from the Rapids? No. I can't remember the name of it now. Shoot. Chartier Falls. That's it. That's some... Now last year, because of the flooding, this was all closed off to people. power of water is amazing. And that's one of the abandoned buildings. There's the crow. I love crows. The biplane. You can actually get a ride on this plane if you come to Ottawa. I'm not sure of the price. I imagine it's pretty pricey, but you could always look into it. And that was down by the falls too. Ooh, another one. They're always showing their butt. That looks like a tree sparrow. They're hard to get photos of. A web. There's another one of the... Yeah, this one, I don't know if I have a picture of what it actually looked like, but there used to be the roof and all that there. You can't get into it. Seagull. Those are big birds, man. There's another one with the falls. And just the sound of it, too. Amazing. That's a stink bug. No, I've never squished it to find out if it actually stinks. Daffodil. Another tulip. That's a killdeer. Somebody lost, I don't know what you call that. That thing from fishing. There's an old hornet's nest. Thank goodness. Blackbird. Red-winged blackbird. Back to a stink bug. Here's a good shot that hubby got. This is at Dow's Lake. This bird kept going in and out of there. I didn't even see it. It's a cool van down there. Cormorants. Aren't they funny? That's them drying their leaves, their feathers. Killdeer again. There's another one of the birds sitting there. Photo of the moon from our balcony. Full moon, of course. And that's Boo yawning. That's our Garfield. We miss him. The Garfy dude. He was one crazy cat, man. Boo sleeping. There are babies. Little ducky. That's a wood duck, female. Close up. A little cutie pie. Okay. Now we left our two friends looking for people that they could find to speak to. There were only two who agreed to speak with us. They were Bouchard and Russell. We would meet each separately. This way we could compare their experiences. Diane Bouchard lived in the house with her parents. She recalled the scratching noise in the basement behind the walls. She would hear humming in her bedroom that eventually followed her through the house. Diane said she never felt alone and hated taking a shower. There always was the feeling someone was with her. They left the house when things became physical. Her mother's arm was burned when it was forced on an empty burner. Her father had fallen off the back porch. Diane herself was nearly pushed down the stairs. It was 2 days later we spoke with Russell. His experiences were much worse. They began the day after he moved in. He had been looking forward to living in the home and was considering asking about rent to own. Russell woke the following morning to find his clothes thrown all over his room. I didn't hear a thing, he told us. That Monday he went to work. When he arrived home, he found his dishes smashed on the floor. He contacted his landlord, asking if anyone had a key. Russell told him what he had come home to. He assured Russell that no one else had access to the house. So to ease his mind, he installed a security system. The cameras installed. Once the cameras were installed, he had a breath of relief. Over the next week, the footage he watched each night brought him to the realization he couldn't live here. The footage showed items in the kitchen moving on their own. The camera in the living room picked up what appeared to be a sofa cushion indented as if someone were sitting there. The most unnerving footage was that from the basement. Red balls of light came in and out of the frame. Tools were being thrown, and the camera itself. What was in the basement? Russell plucked up the courage to go down there and adjust the camera. He told us the atmosphere was extremely heavy. He found it difficult to breathe. The camera had been ripped from the piece of wood it had been attached to. My friend was now even more concerned for my safety. I myself wondered how safe I was. Maybe my being a woman would make a difference. Though I admit it, I felt unsettled in the house alone. The system Russell had installed had been the system the landlord had installed had been removed after he left. He had lived there for only 2 weeks. Just maybe I could turn this haunting around. Should I read more? No, I think we'll leave it at that for tonight. Yeah, I think this will take you to Friday, definitely. So we're going to be leaving her, believing that because she's a woman, maybe she can change things. Will she be able to or not? I'm not sure. Or maybe I am sure. But I'm just not telling you. There's another one. So as always, I would like to... There's the male wood duck. Absolutely gorgeous. There you go. That's better. Yes, thank you to all of my loyal subscribers. I appreciate you coming by every evening, and I enjoy reading the comments. If you're new and passing through, please check out, that's a Merganser, female. Please do check out my other videos. You're more than welcome to. That's her under the water. If you see any there that you like, consider giving a thumbs up. Definitely. And if you think that someone would be interested in them, please share them out. That's a black cat chickadee from Britannia Conservation Mud Lake. And if you're thinking of becoming a subscriber, please do so. And if you do, hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I upload. There, you can see it better like that. And that is a nuthatch. Very nice bird. They are so light when they land. It's an amazing experience, definitely. And tulips. Okay, so have a great rest of the evening, whatever's left of it. And I hope to see you here tomorrow. Have a great Thursday. We're expecting and we're getting winter storm warnings here. So we'll see what we'll see what the morning brings. So until tomorrow, my friends, ciao for now. Love you all.